Hello and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Dustin Furlow. I'm here hanging out at Cedar Rock Studio Guitar Gallery in Indiana. And it's my great pleasure to be showing you this brand new Urlacher concert cutaway that I have on my lap. This is essentially an OM with a Florentine cutaway. It's 15 inches across the lower bout, so very nice, comfortable body style. It's got about 4 1/4 body depth, so basically like your standard OM 28 dimensions. But we have an astonishing set of woods on this one, as expected from Rebecca. She has a really great wood stash. So this is bear claw German spruce for the soundboard. Lots of nice figuring in there. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's when you look at it in a certain light, it's mostly below the bridge, and maybe you'll see it there. But this is like, to me, the perfect amount of bear claw on a guitar visually, just my own personal preference. So I was kind of tickled when I took it out of the case. We've got Guatemalan rosewood for the back and sides. Nice, straight, tight grain. And it's got nitrocellulose finish with this just really cool slight burst addition that the finisher did. I think it works so perfect with the color palette of this guitar. It's got really vibrant flamed koa for the trim and also for the fingerboard, but it's got the nice white pearl side inlays, so you don't really get too lost in the figuring there. I like that personally. It's got a side sound port, so you can hear yourself really nicely, and some other really cool upgrades. Madagascan rosewood bridge, Madagascan rosewood fingerboard. It's got your standard bone nut and saddle, ebony bridge pins, and Evo gold frets, my personal preference as well. Just a real treat visually. Tonally, it's right there with the visual appeal of this guitar, but we'll get to that, of course, here in a bit. One of the things that I really enjoyed about my first discovery of Rebecca's guitars was this really unique theme that she has for the rosette and for the headstock. She does these wood tiles that I just think look really cool. And especially the use of the eucalyptus, which I don't see very often on steel strings or many guitars in general. I just think that's a really beautiful wood. Flamed maple, what looks to be rosewood. There's a little ebony strip there too. Just really gorgeous. And then of course for the cutaway, there's this really nice figured piece of koa. And I'll blow up photos of all this stuff, including the headstock, which continues the theme, like I said. It's got gold Goto 510 tuners on it, which are my personal favorite. Just a wonderful guitar. I love the heel cap too. It's got this like really bright contrasting grain line. Just a wonderful, gorgeous guitar. And it basically behaves like a super OM. Like I said before, it's the dimensions of your standard Martin OM 28, so it's very comfortable. Has a lot of headroom because of the bear claw spruce top, and lots of full richness in the sustain from the rosewood that you'll most likely hear on the recording. But as far as other specs, we've got a 25-inch scale. We've got 2.31 bridge spacing, which is my personal preference, and 1.78 nut width. So you're not getting into really like nylon crossover or classical nut width, but it's just a bit wider than your typical 1 3/4 and 2 1/4. So for fingerstyle, you have a bit more room for error. That's what I think of it as. I mean, you can kind of relax your hands a bit more, and I like that a lot personally, and I find that even people with smaller hands tend to prefer that if they're serious fingerstylists. But I think that's about it. This is a really wonderful guitar, and it'll make somebody extremely happy. I've really enjoyed the time I've spent with it so far. So if you had any other questions about anything that I missed, feel free to email Alan at cedarrockstudio.com. Thank you.